this really felt like a back and forth game. It felt like you guys were really on the front foot early on, but all of a sudden they get a goal, you go into halftime tied, and they get a very early goal in the second half. I know you practice for situations like this and you talk about it, but what is going through your mind at that point? You've played pretty well. All of a sudden you're down 2-1.
Yeah, it's just a typical MAC game, I think. We know that it's going to be within a goal one way or the other, and there's a lot of moments in games that you got to respond to. And I do feel like we were really good in the first half. Maybe could have had one or two more goals, which would have been great. And then they kind of got one against the run, which was a real tester for the guys at halftime. They could have been sulking in the halftime tent, but they realize, okay, things happen, you play the game, sometimes you can see goals. Now it's tied and we got to go back out there and make the next play. And then to concede like we did, again, really quick. We're gonna have to look down on film, but it looks like they found like a little bit of a soft spot and quick goal, but the guys rallied, looked at each other, picked their heads up, and kept playing our game.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. I don't know exactly how many minutes later, maybe 8 or 9, but you responded relatively quickly, Kale, with the tying goal. And just I wanted to ask about him. It feels like he's had a number of games, especially here at home, where he's come really close. Just how gratifying is it? I mean, I'm aware he's your son, so it's probably gratifying for you on many levels. But just a kid like that who's a hard worker, he's come close to scoring. How gratifying is it to see you? How do you see someone like that come through with the tying goal in a big game like that?
Yeah, we feel like he's kind of been due. He definitely puts in a shift. He puts himself in a lot of good spots, and he's had some chances. And crazy enough, Sean said tonight, I think it was right before a game, he said Kale's going to get one tonight. So if Sean's smart, he's going to the casinos tonight because he definitely called it. But super proud of what he puts in on a day-to-day basis, and really happy for him. This team means a lot to him. This crowd means a lot to him. So for him to be able to help his team win it warms my heart for sure.
Then Beto had a goal and an assist. I want to ask about the assist. He put a free kick into the box, and Jake did what he does. I mean, it just seems like Jake's a guy who any ball in the box, he somehow gets his head on it. Doesn't matter how many people are around. Is that obviously that's by design, but do some guys just have a knack for the ball like that?
I think so, yeah, and Jake does. And Beto's service is money as well. It's on a dime. He puts it exactly where he needs to, and so he and Jake have a nice little connection there, and it's hard to defend.
And then last thing, quick turnaround, just 48 hours between these two games against the two newest teams. I'm sure you've looked at film, you do all the things that you do, but two first-time opponents that you haven't seen, brand new to the MAC. What kind of things do you do now to get ready for a quick turnaround against a team you've never seen?
We got a lot to learn. We've looked at them a little bit, but we're mainly focusing on Georgia State. I can tell you, Georgia State's going to be a really good MAC team. They're gonna fit right in. Obviously, our conference is very strong, but that team's gonna do some damage in this conference. So now I think Georgia Southern, from what we know, are quite a bit different of a team. A very high quality team, and so we got a lot to learn about them. Heal up a little bit, and see if we can bring the energy back on Saturday night.